Hi. Okay, so today I have to talk about language, home, this experience so far in general because yesterday was 1 month that I have been here and just some other stuff. On Thursday, last Thursday, I started official Italian lessons finally with my liaison, who is a person with the program I'm on. They volunteer for the program and they help students who are studying abroad, and they're basically just their person that they can go to as a resource if they need something, or if just someone they can talk to if they need to talk to somebody. So she teaches me Italian, and this week I have it every day for 2 hours, which is really exhausting, but it's good because I'm actually starting to get the hang of it, and I need the lessons. So they're helping, and then after this week I'll have them for 2 hours, 2 days a week. What's interesting is that English and Italian is starting to kind of mix in my mind, which is good, but also kind of obnoxious because in the beginning when I heard English, I would know that it was being spoken to me because who else would they be speaking English to? But now when I hear English, it does not register in my brain that it's English because like right now it's like I know one language and the language is called slow and simple. Because when I speak English, I speak it just as slowly and simply to get other people to understand as I speak Italian. And when people speak to me, they speak Italian just as slow and simply as they would speak English. So it's all like blending together and becoming one thing, and it's like my brain is turning to mush. But at least I'm finally catching on. And let's see. Oh yeah. I have said so many times probably how exhausting it is to be in a place where all day you hear a different language and you're trying to put together in your head like what they're saying to you and trying to figure out what it is. And I cannot express enough how tired that makes me. Like I did not know this kind of exhaustion existed. It's not like physically exhausted. It's like by the end of the day my brain is like not even functioning. Because in school or anywhere actually, when I want to say something, I can't just say it. It takes me like 5 minutes. I have to like sit there quietly for 5 minutes and put together the sentence in my head and then say it. But it's also really satisfying because when I say something right and everybody understands, like the sentence is completely right and nobody looks at me like, what? It's really nice and it feels really good. So also I'm starting to participate in school a little bit, which is great because before I did not do anything and it was super boring, and it still is really boring. But at least now I kind of get the main idea of what people are talking about and what my teachers are talking about, and yeah. The homesickness I talked about last time has passed pretty much completely. When I say home, I think of my home here, and I also think of my other home, but like I just don't, I'm not as homesick as I was last week. Hopefully it'll stay like that. I think it will. But I also still really miss driving my car, which is funny because I didn't think that was something that I would miss as much as I do. And about this experience so far, it's been 1 month, and so far what I've learned is that the importance of not setting expectations. Before we came, all of the volunteers for AFS, the program that I'm on, kept telling us over and over again, you cannot set expectations because if you do, you're just setting yourself up to be disappointed. And I didn't do that. I never really set expectations, but now I understand what they mean completely. Something I've learned is that you have to really shake off the fear of asking for what you want and speaking up, which of course I'm sure everybody knows that like if you go to a different country you have to be able to speak for yourself, but it's actually a lot more difficult than you think because you don't know the language and you don't want people, like there's a fear of people not understanding you or misunderstanding you, but you really just have to like pretend that you don't feel that way and just do it anyways. With your parents and with your friends and with all of your teachers, it's really important that you are confident enough to talk to them, and of course do it politely. But if you don't do that, this experience like doesn't, it is not as good as it could be, and it's not really yours because you're not really saying what you want and what you want to do, and that's probably the most important thing, and I've gotten better at that, so thankfully. And in the beginning people will reach out to you and like they want to be your friends and everything, but if you're not confident back, then those friendships fade and like you can't maintain that relationship. So in order to like keep your friends and to make friends and to like surround yourself with like a social setting, you have to be confident, and it's 10 times harder to be confident in a foreign country than it is to be in your own country. This weekend, I think I'm going to Padova to see my friend Jasmine and stay with her Saturday night. So that'll be exciting. Padova is a city, it's about 35-40 miles away, I'm not sure, but by train it's like 20 minutes. And it's bigger than my city. And yeah, it should be fun. Oh yeah, before I came here, I absolutely hated watching soccer. I hated playing soccer, and I just hated soccer. But now I actually like watching soccer, which is something I never thought would happen, but it has. And I think I said this, I know I said this at some point in my other blog, but I was doing Athletica, which is like track. And for those of you who know me, you know that I absolutely hate running. So I am finishing that up finally. And I started dance 2 weeks ago, more or less, and I'll start doing that more once I finish Athletica. So, oh yeah, and something else that is funny is sometimes when my family or my friends or anybody just like knows I don't understand, or I say I do not know what you're talking about, they just say it again, only louder. And I'm like, I that does not help. You don't speak louder when I don't understand. And then they're like, oh yeah, like I thought if I spoke louder you'd get it. And I'm like, no, not how it works. And so while it is difficult to understand people, it's also like we laugh about it, or just like laugh it off. And when I make mistakes and everybody laughs at me, I just laugh it off. So obviously it's a learning experience, but I'm having a really great time, and it gets better every day. And yeah, that's all. Bye.